What's up, guys? How you guys doing? It's your girl, Miss Baby. Yeah, good back with another video. Uh-oh.
My phone lights up, but it's never you. I can't help but feel so lonely. I know there's things that I can't undo.
So, guys, I just finished watching the movie of Steven Universe, and I'm just like, oh! I'm just like in awe at this moment. It was so good. It had a good story plot. I love it. Yeah. This is me thinking that, you know, Steven is done picking up his mom's messes and then them proving me like, nah, bro, she get plenty messes that he needs to clean up. Boy, isn't it difficult being him. Oh, but yeah, I split the movie into 4 parts, so I took notes after watching each episode like I did last time when I watched the finale of Steven. So I'm gonna be sitting down, having a chit chat, having a little discussion like I did last time. You know, I think it's good to have to put my viewpoints. I am thinking about doing a live stream because I did one before, but I just want to do this discussion while it's fresh in my mind, fresh in my memory, so that I can get my thoughts down. So yeah, part 1, obviously, you know, the whole song was beautiful. It was so like lovely. Obviously, it was predicting that, hey, something's coming, nobody can have a happily ever after. It's always something. It's just life. Life just puts more and more struggles the older you get, you know, on you. It's not just once you hit this one thing, everything will be peaceful. You know, no. You know, and Steven learned that. He learned that at the end when he said no one can get a happily ever after, because life isn't like that. So I agree. And I also will be taking several sips of my water because I am definitely going to be talking a lot during this video. Wow. Ooh. You see, like, I'm gonna support us and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm just kidding. Okay, so yeah. Yes. Obviously, the big bad villain came. Oh, wait, no, that was at the end of part 1. Okay, yeah. Everybody was reliving their past in the song, which is really beautiful and really played a big part in the getting them back to where they were later on, which is very good. Thank you about that. You saw that Bismuth, Lapis, and Peridot, they've been spending a lot of time together, so they probably are really close. So hopefully in future Steven they're gonna fuse. They're not gonna leave us on a cliffhanger. They're gonna win all of them finally. And you know, they were building, you know, a little like community for all the gems, which is really good. And I think like 2-ish years have passed, I believe. So they had a lot of time to do all this, and I just love it. I love it. I love that all of them decided to stay on Earth. I thought they were going to go back to Homeworld or something, and then we're never going to see them again. But I'm really happy that they decided to stay. And it's just like, if you couldn't be shitty now, like a couple years ago it was just like a boring old beach city, and now you come now and it's just like all these different types of gems and humans and all these in-betweens are here. It's like, whoa. I'm just like, yeah, bro. Yeah. Why am I saying bro? I've been watching way too much British people. Bro. Yeah. And then you see the diamonds obviously praising Steven, and wanting him to stay at Homeworld, but he has to get back to his crystal gems and his dad and his Connie. So he goes back, obviously, and Connie's going to space camp, and Steven's like, no, because you already been to space. But you know, her parents are trying to be supportive, which I love, because her parents, when I first met them, were a bit overzealous, overprotective, etc, etc, etc. And she gave him a little kiss in the cheek, and it was like, I know it's supposed to be PG-13, but you know, you could have given him a peck on the lips. But that's how I know that they are now officially together. Well, we've been new. And then dun, 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 the villain. I pretty sure I didn't say all the stuff I was listing in order, but you know, dun, 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 the villain. And that is the end of that's the end of part 1. But part 2, well, no, is it? I don't know. I'd probably say it's probably something part 1 and part 2. But I know that the villain comes, and Pearl knows who she is because Pearl has been with Pink Diamond since forever. Obviously, she's pink. I thought the correlation, and she ends up shattering them. Not shattering them, but she ends up like poofing them, and Steven ends up poofing her. But right before Steven poofs her, something happens to him, and his powers are like back to square one. It's like when you play a game and you're on the final boss level and you die, and you gotta go all the way in back, and he's like, ah, why? And so that happened, and now once they came out of their gems, they're basically newborns again. And yeah, Steven has to find a way to bring them back, and he tries with Garnet first and trying to put Sapphire in danger, but it ends up putting Ruby in danger, and Sapphire saves Ruby, and then they fuse, and I'm like, yes. And my battery's dying. Oh my god, I love that. So there's just unexpectedly cuts, that's why. Good thing I always have 2 batteries with me, so if that cuts, my bad. So yeah, Steven, yeah, and then Amethyst, Steven just tries with Amethyst instead, and gets her back first, and I'm like, you should have started with Amethyst. You guys have the better bond, in my opinion. So getting her back, we know everything about her, and yes, giving her back, and then trying to get Pearl back, but Pearl is like Greg's servant, basically doing everything he wants or doesn't want, because Greg tries to be like, well, you don't have to do all that. But I would never thought to see the day that Pearl is serving Greg. But stuff happens, so so I'm looking at my notes to make sure that I'm there. Yes, so they go back to the weapon. The weapon is we have 41 hours to try to take this out of the earth before, well, the earth ends up dying. Any organic matter, which is basically humans, animals, insects, and all living trees, plants. I don't know why I'm pointing like there's trees and plants in my room. But yeah, and Steven gets pissed and tries to take it out, and it doesn't end up working. So they're gonna have to try to convince, the villain to try to back off. I don't know, or not back off, but tell him basically how to stop this. But she's all lovey and happy and doesn't know what the hell's going on, and getting very, very annoying. Oh, no wonder Pink Love you annoying as hell. Oh my god. She reminds me of my sister. Oh my god. That's probably why I was getting pissed. But yeah, turns out that they were like best friends, and they figured that out, I think, after Greg and Steven fused. They fused. Oh my god, they fused, and I was like, oh my god, because I know how much Greg wanted to fuse with, Rose Quartz, and he couldn't because he was human, and you would see the disappointment on his face, even though they still danced together. But I'm sure he was happy doing that, because I was like fusing with Rose and Amethyst, because they did that because Amethyst tried to be Rose, and it just didn't work, Hansi. It just didn't work. And I love how she looked at Greg and Steven in permission, like was like, do you want me guys to do it? And I love that she just didn't do it, because the old Amethyst would have just done it, but now she's like a real friend and just like being like, can I? And they're like, yeah, you can do it this one time, just this one time. Wow. And that didn't work because she was so fixated on Greg. And then after they fuse and Steven used his last bit of power to kind of convince Pearl, and it works, and then they fly off together, leaving the villain behind. And yeah, she feels some type of way, starts to get memories back, and then she takes Steven she takes Steven to the garden where her and Pink used to play, and you basically get her past. And wow, it's really deep. I don't know why Steven mom did the things that she did, but that would make anybody feel some type of way. Even Steven, even Pearl, who is loyal to T. Wow, imagine being there for 6,000 years just waiting for her to come back and then figuring out that she's gone and that someone else is here and she's just basically been forgotten. And I really was like, wow. Yeah, maybe it's in your own right to be pissed, because I would have been pissed too. Wow, I just couldn't believe that Rose actually did it. Well, even Steven said it, but then he was like, no, I actually could see my mom doing that. And you know, she was like, you're not like your mom, are you? And then they kind of reconcile for like, basically a couple minutes until she got pissed again because Steven had the weapon, and she thought that they were only using her to call off the drill. But you know, I'm just making sure I make sure that I get everything. But yeah, she makes the horn even bigger and plunges everything into the earth, and everything turns toxic, and everybody's in danger. So the Crystal Gem have to basically get everybody out of Beach City while Steven goes to talk to Pink, and everybody's like, don't talk to her. I wrote her down as Pink because I kept forgetting her name. So if you hear me say Pink, I'm meaning the villain. I'm sorry if that irritates some of you guys, but yeah, Pink basically, you know, starts punching Steven in the face. He bleeds and he's like, I've been through this, why haven't I changed? But he's missing a piece, that he has changed and he gets back to how he was. And oh my god, it was so pretty. And you just see them duking it out for a couple minutes when you can't defeat a diamond. So it was really funny. And she basically, you know, was like, why am I fighting you? You're not her. This makes no sense. And yeah. She basically backs off, and Steven's okay, even though the drill exploded. But he got his powers back, so it's fine. And him and Connie hug, and everybody hugs. And the diamonds show up finally, even though everyone from the get-go call the diamonds. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're probably just gonna get Steven out of there, but I don't know. My resort is just to call you big sisters. I don't know, but yeah, they finally show up and they take Pink. They take her, and it's so sweet because she's trying to figure out how to be a better friend. They just want a piece of Rose. So it's a win-win situation, and it's so pretty how it happened at the end. I love how they set it up from the beginning that they need a piece of her and she just wants a friend, and then that's how they get together at the end, and it's just really sweet. She even made Yellow Diamond laugh. Wow, that's how you know she's fucking mad. Oh yeah, well yeah, and we just get a time lapse of them rebuilding Beach City, and which even better than it was at the beginning. And then yeah, that's, you know, that's basically the end of the episode. Them rebuilding the city and, you know, singing, and I love Steven so much, platonically of course, because that's Connie's man. It's just so pretty and beautiful. So intricate. So intricate. You know, like that saying when they say So-So could run, So-So walked, so So-So could run. Avatar walked so Steven can run, because they're just so one of the best kids TV show ever, in my opinion. Like, I'm gonna show Avatar and Steven to my children, because they need to see these masterpieces. And even though Avatar didn't get like a movie or a sequel, at least Steven got a movie and a sequel, even if it was just one season. But yeah, guys, I just wow. I'm sure there are plenty more to talk about. That's why I want to do a live stream to discuss, go back and forth with you guys, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions of what I'm thinking right now, and I have a lot of questions of what you guys are thinking right now. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction, enjoy me. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you thought of this whole thing. Oh my god, amazing. And that's me.